Yeah, good. I think it's echoing back. I think can you hear me?
Yes, I'm hearing you.
Yeah, I think it's echoing back.
Not from here. My end is okay.
Hello.
Yes, I'm hearing you.
So where am I getting this echo from now?
I'm hearing you.
Okay, let me just try to see how I can send the link to you first.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to send it to your. I'm sending it to your messenger now. I just sent it to your messenger now. Yeah,
Okay.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is me, your brother, your friend, Human Steven, on the show. And today we are going to have a hard talk with Apostle Alfred or Dion Uyinosa. Am I correct, sir?
Yeah, very, very correct, sir.
Okay. You're welcome to the show.
Thank you very much, sir. Good afternoon.
Yeah, since after the election, we have not actually had the time to actually have this online robots apart from the offline. Can you actually tell us what has been going on since September 19th, 2020, as far as the Edo State government is concerned?
Yeah, good afternoon, everyone, my dearly beloved brothers and sisters in Nigeria and in diaspora. My name is Apostle Alfred or John Uyinosa, the man when they talk him as they be. Yeah, so far so good. With what I have seen on ground, and there have been some great improvement after the election. There have been great improvement based on my own assessment. Based on assessment I have seen, and most of the thing right now, it is a pointer to one of the great things that is going to happen in the city of Benin, not just in Benin, but Edo State as a whole.
Okay. Now I will go like this. Few days ago, I think on the 9th of September of August, you guys actually had a protest that you tagged and say no to land grabbing.
Yeah.
And land grabbing in those states. How far have you guys really gone now on that very particular issue?
Yes, so far so good. I believe we have really played our part. They're now waiting for the state government and the traditional rulers to begin to do the needful. And with what we are still hearing, it's like these guys, they are head bent to destroy the structure of the Edos. Because after that protest, there have been series of petitions. Petition has been coming, and I was like, wow, it has never been this bad. It has never been this bad. So we are still waiting for the government and of course, the traditional ruler to take a decisive decision over the land grabbing issue. Because what some of us are saying is like they are still foot dragging. Yeah, they are still foot dragging, but I don't really know why. And I believe we need to say it the way it is. But on our own end, we have played our part. So we are now waiting for the state and the traditional institution to take the bull by the horn. We cannot really do much. We cannot go out there and start harassing them. We cannot say, okay, now this man Dave or more good arrest them. We don't even have that power. We don't really have that power. So the power still lies on the state government and our traditional institution to do the needful.
Okay. Now, 2 months before that very particular broadcast, I mean, a protest that you guys went into, Obaseki has already signed into law the 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 2021 PPP law. Okay, and as of
Yeah,
today, we have not really seen anything concerning the inauguration or the constitution of the PPP committee and
yeah.
the judiciary commission he said he want to set up, who will be dealing with this issue outside the regular court. So what are you doing? What do you think is the reason why there have been this slow in the response from the government?
But I believe the government, they are trying to take their time to get a good hand that will not work against the interest of the people and the government and of course the traditional institution. But I know the government is actually trying their time to get the right hand, people that will be ready to stand on the path of truth. And I also believe that Obaseki does not run to do things because the people are shouting because you want to do it. He actually take his time. But I believe he's also taking his time to select the people that will actually be in that panel of inquiry to look into various issues that have been raised up. But in a nutshell, we are still saying we just want the state government to be proactive by coming on air to tell the people how far they've gone in that area, because those people we want to really know, because there is no more time. There is no more time, and we also need to hear from the traditional institution. Since after that issue of protest, we've not really heard much from our traditional institution. But I believe maybe the next couple of days or months, something good might happen.
Okay, in the next couple of days or months, something good might happen. Now, that would not take me to this very particular important question. This is going to be an art talk today. This is going to be an art talk today with you. Please, guys, there should be no insult on my wall. If you do that, I'm going to block you for 20 minutes. Please, no insult on my wall. On this wall, you come in here and state what you need to state. If you have a question, throw it at us. We're going to give it out. We explain to the best of our knowledge. No insult, nothing whatsoever. Please, if you do that, I'm blocking you off from my wall. That's just the truth, guys. Because one thing we hold on to on Nigeria Watch is we don't insult anyone. Tell us what you want. Put your question before us, no matter how difficult it is. Put it before us, we'll definitely find a way to give you an answer. Yeah. After the election, during the electionary period, let me go back again to history a little bit, maybe to refresh your mind before I throw this question to you, sir. During the electionary period, we had a very robust election campaign, both online and offline, which you and I were actually part and parcel of that very particular election. And we had a lot of projects that were being done by Governor Obaseki. And a few days ago, I saw that you are now going back again to now showcase some of these projects. Please, can you talk more? Can you talk more on this project, please?
All right. Some of those projects I am visiting right now across the 3 senatorial districts were part of the projects that we campaigned with last year during the election. And I also discovered that there is a need for a follow-up. How far the project we campaigned with is the project still standing or existing, or has there been progress in that project? So that's the reason why I took up the responsibility to move around some of those projects that we campaigned with last year, if those projects have been abandoned or that is being worked on, because government is continuity to continue from where you stop. And I try to evaluate for the past 1 year, and in November we make it 1 year. So I began to move around to see the pace of the work, only for me to discover that most of those projects we campaign with, in fact, work is ongoing. Work is ongoing is a rollover project. Of course, you have a budget. You work with what you have been budgeted for. The work you already signed to do last year, and the work is still on ground. So it's expected that you continue from where you stop. And this is exactly my finding. And so far, so good. Some of the things I have seen, I believe the governor is doing his best, like the Abudu, the College of Education, Abudu. Last year, the building was standing, but the road was not tied. During the election, the road was not tied. The building was ready. There was nothing inside at all. But when I went there just last week, I discovered that the entire road around the campus has been tied. So which means progress. So the entire road in that campus has been tied. Then all the offices, all the classroom, the equipment have come in. The hostels, the sick bay, everything has been brought in. So which means the work still continue. And the progress I saw in that place, it really gives me an inch that the government of the day actually know what he's doing. If I went there last year, the road was not tied, then I would say, this man didn't do anything. No. But when I got there the last year, the road was not tied. There was nothing like equipment in the hostels. But when I got there, the road was already tied around the entire campus, all the classroom, the chairs, everything, the staff quarters, the sick bed, the laboratory, the computer lab, everything is set. So which means not too long from now, that school will kick off. So kudos to the state governor on that project that I saw. Now, like the Ekewa Road, a lot of people have been talking about Ekewa Road. What is happening? And I took out my time to ask questions around Ekewa Road. Thank God, some of the contractors, I happen to know them. And I tried to assess between the election and how far the work have gone. I discovered that the area of drainage that they were working on during the election, they've completed 95% of the drainage this year. And this very part of the road was tied to Erediawa Junction. So I asked the contractor, how far? The work is, there's no speed, what's going on? And the contractor said, Apostle, look, say from this point, they cannot really do much because of the high volume of erosion. That what anything they put on ground now, the high volume of erosion will wipe it up. I said, okay, what is your plan? Say they're already working to ensure that they increase the drainage system, which they have done by this Agbonifo Church. After Agbonifo Church, there's underground tunnel, and I saw it that most of those jobs was done this year. Most of those jobs has been done. So waiting for the dry season for them to begin to put the hardcore, of course, the hard facts will come in. These are the information I've been able to gather in regarding those areas. Then I also visited the Igwariaki College of Agriculture, Igwariaki. Last year during the election, the state governor did the land groundbreaking on one of the building. He did a groundbreaking on one of the building. Of course, the old building that was there had been renovated. All the old building that was in Igwariaki had been renovated, and some that needed to be pulled down was actually pulled down. So when I got there this year, which was just a few days ago, to my amazement, another 10 foundation had been raised. 10 foundation had been raised. Then the workers, there are more than 500 working, and I interviewed some of the guys. Said, when do you normally close? He said by 9 p.m. midnight they close because there is generator everywhere. They power the place with light, and the people molding blocks, they have about a level section where they are molding those blocks, and there's a great progress. So that is to say, some of those things we campaigned with last year, there have been a massive progress on those jobs, which will tell you that of the truth, the governor is working, though he's not making noise about what he's doing. These are my findings and other things I have seen.
Okay, thank you very much. I want to take you on. On Ekewa Road between the Erediawa and the Asoro Hills, which has actually delayed the job based on your findings from the contractor that is actually handling that very particular project. I want to say the contractor. My question is this, sir: was the contractor on site during the evaluation, or what we call the physical, feasibility of the job before they actually took the contract from the government? Do you have any idea?
About the duration?
No. I said, were the contractors on site before contract were signed between the contractor and the government? Because if you are saying you can't put anything on ground because of the volume of water that is coming from Upper Irediawa down to Asoro Hills and down. We know that Asoro Hill is a very high hill, that every other thing there it's like a dish. So if you get a contract from the government and they ask you to tie this road, you're supposed to know that the reason for the bad spots in those areas was actually as a result of the volume of water that is coming from all the way from Ring Road to Eakme to Irediawa and all these other roads, adjacent roads, into that very particular place.
Yeah.
So are you aware if they were actually aware of that bad spot before they took the contract from the government? Because that, to me, that's not an excuse.
I'm not aware. I am not aware. I only went there to ask information and to see how we can be able to update the Edo people. So I'm not aware about those duration. And with my own investigation, I discovered that they have really done a massive underground drainage within that exit. And I did a broadcast on that a few months ago. They did a solid underground drainage system, which I believe it will be able to channel the water that will be coming from Irediawa and environ.
Okay. Now let now go to the Abudu, right? The Kenwan Road Aziz, and also you also showcase the Texami Road also Aziz.
Yes.
Now my question is this: all these projects, are they new projects or projects that was already existing?
No, it's not a new project. It's not a new project. It's a rollover project. The project actually started last year. And the work is ongoing. So it's not a new project. It's a project that we campaign with, that SYZ, this is what we are doing. Like Tensami Road and another area, which work actually started last year. So this year, they've been able to, at least 90% of Tensami Road has been done. Of course, I was there on Sunday from Otote Junction to Siloko Road. That's the only place that they will be tying. I believe that this week, depending on the section, time duration, I believe they should be able to tie that road. I have not been there. I don't know until I find out. But most of those projects they are doing now is a rollover project. If a person started, you don't like you start your house project. Nobody the way you start and you finish it. So for the fact that you don't lay the foundation, so the house you go build and finish. So now the progress when we see and waiting they happen now be this. So of a truth, waiting they grant now the rollover project of last year. Now Governor Obaseki they continue. So the new project never start. To my own best of knowledge.
Okay, I think I love your submission. That submission is what I'm going to take on. You said what you'll be seeing, what you'll be showcasing to Edo people in the diasporas and even Edo at home are the project that began in its first tenure.
Yes.
Okay, so let us say last year, let's call it the first tenure project. Like the State School of Nursing, like the Igwadiaki, like the Abudu, like the Tesame Road, the all these projects that we are showcasing today were actually a project that was in its first tenure. Now, in the second tenure, like what you just concluded with, you have not actually seen, to the best of your knowledge.
Yes.
You guys should know that, that very clearly. It didn't say Obaseki is not doing any job. Say, but to the best of his knowledge, he hadn't seen none. So he's telling us that the job that he had been seeing going around is actually those jobs that are from the first tenure. So it was very good.
Yes.
Yeah, continue.
Yes, I remember now. This Elwato. I remember now, Elwato. in Asian land.
Yeah.
We were there last week. Yes, Ewato, we were there last week. It's a new project for this year. I remember now, I videoed that road. The contract was about 3 months ago. So with me, they started the job in January. With me, they started the job in January. Ewato, that road. I remember now. That is the only road I see that they've been able to do this year. Therefore, every other job, the job, a rollover job, campaign with and to complete them. Of course, government is continuity. Let's assume Obaseki did not come on board. We expect the new governor to continue from where he stopped. And this is what I'm actually saying.
Okay. Somebody just asked a question here now. Say, good afternoon, Mr. Sir, I heard they started working again in Ekewan Road. How true is it? Please tell us.
I have not been there. I have not been there. I have not been to Ekewan Road now. So I don't know if they've started. I have not been there. So I will visit that place.
Okay. Said he has not been there, so he says he's going to try to visit and give us update. Now, sir, you know every project is tied to a budget.
Yeah.
You've been in the corridor of power now for close to 1 year. Okay, or more. Based on the very time it became a necessary to the governor of the district. Now, you know, every project is tied to a budget. So are we saying that the budget that is still running today on the Ekewan Road, because I remembered when Governor Obaseki went to Ekewan Road during the election, he said all the that is supposed to be used for the construction and the completion of that very particular road is on ground. Philip Shaibu also went back again and said the same thing, that they are not owing the contractor dime, and he put the mic on the mouth of the contractor. Are we owing you? The contractor said no. This is not on it's on video. It's on visual aid. It means the Ekewan Road money has been paid even before the election began, based on what the governor, his deputy, had said on numerous occasions. And we also know that that might also be the same thing with that of Tesami Road, because there was a budget. Every like I said, every contract, every job is within what? A budget. And every budget has a lifespan of a year. So I don't know, are you aware of the running of the budget for these contracts that they are executing now in this second term?
I'm not aware. I'm not aware.
Okay. My people, do you guys know why I'm asking this? Because we want to make sure that we get this clearer. So we know where they are or where not they are. What Apostle Alfred is doing is showcasing to us what the government is doing. Am I correct, sir?
Yes, that is, sir.
So you are not aware of which of the budget that is being used to run the SEP project, right? Whether it's last year budget or this year budget. So yours is just to go there. There's no abandonment. So what?
That the work is ongoing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. There's a question for you, sir. From one Obaso, he said, please, my question is, why can't the governor fix the Saple road that is delaying the progress of the state and takes the bills to the federal government for reimbursement?
Okay, to my own best of knowledge, the governor has already marked that road among the 91 roads that is about to be carried out in those states. So that Saple road, as it is part of it. And I know that not too long from now, men and material will be at the site working. Of course, it's a federal government road, so the government of the day need to also enter an alliance on agreement with the federal government to say, look, I want to do this road though for my people. So there must be an agreement. So you cannot expect the governor to just jump to Saple Road to start working on it, because it's a federal road. So they have to be an agreement between the state government and the federal government to do that job, of which the governor of the day has been able to add that road to the numbers of the 91 road that is about to be worked on in those states. So not too long from now, I believe men and material in that very environment to work on that road.
Okay, I want to quickly throw you back a little bit before I come to some questions that we have here. Are you really satisfied with the modus of operandi of the government of today, based on the second term antecedents so far? As a strong supporter of the government, are you really satisfied based on this way and style of operation? And if yes, why?
Yes. To me, I am not really satisfied. I am not really satisfied. I won't take about 100% no. I am not totally satisfied, but I can see progress. I can see progress. The only area I'm having issue is communication. Communicating with the Edo people, telling the people how far you've gone, how far you have gone. So these are the area I have seen. But when you talk on the human capacity, yes, I can see that it's building a strong human capacity. Excuse me. So human capacity, in the area of human capacity, yes, I'm satisfied. Like in the area of infrastructure, no. Do you know why? Because of communication. There are some information that they have that we don't have, and a lot of Edo persons do not have such information. Those are the area I believe the governor of the day really need to work on. Communication. Information is the key. Information is the key. Based on my own, the manpower area, yes, I'm 100% satisfied with the manpower area, building a human infrastructure, 100% satisfied. Now, for the infrastructure, there are some things that really need action. So I'm not really seeing action in some of those areas. So we still bother on proactiveness on the part of the governor. I believe with time, he should be able to do the needful for the Edo people.
Yeah. Now, talking about the human power that is building on, that you are very, very satisfied on, I want to take you on that also. You know, the Edo GIS, when the government came up with the CFO, he said it's going to be within 1 month to 3 months. Am I right, sir?
Yes.
But as of today, even 1 year, people are not getting their CFO. And based on information that got to us in diaspora, people even need to bribe now. They are waiting before you can, even before your files can be taken from the office of those people there to the people who are actually in charge to process and put all this in place. Now, when you are not dealing with human capacity, you are not dealing with efficiency, to end all forms of corruption. You are trying to put away, bottleneck bureaucracy and all that and that. But this is what we actually see today in some of our parastatals in Edo State. Then how can you tell me now that the human capacity building that has been the hallmark of Obaseki's second term is actually functioning?
Yes, if anybody that be found wanting in collecting money before they do what they need to do, such person should be brought to book. If you know their name, they should announce their name that so Mr. SYZ in so government office collected bribe before he carried out his or her duty because they are being paid for that job. So on that ground, I can say it's a rumor or it's just a mere saying. So if there's an evidence to back that claim, it should be made public. So the people should be aware that Mr. SYZ in so office is collecting money for the job that he has been paid for, that is collecting salary for. So that on that ground, for now I can say it's a rumor or propaganda because me, I'm not aware. To my own best of knowledge, I am not aware. Of course, if you know that if I'm aware, I will blow it open. So if you have such information, blow it open. And I believe that Governor Obaseki can never accept such rubbish in his government. But I also know that a lot of persons are also there to sabotage the progress of the government. Of course, you cannot have 100% sense in any establishment. You cannot have 100% sense in establishment. It's just to put in a mechanism to check the SSCs of the civil servants. Those are the areas I believe that we really need to come up. We'll blow it open. If Mr. A is doing this, blow it open, and all that will also learn from it. So these are my submission.
Yeah, another thing is this on on the physical development of Edo State, I also found out that right now in Edo, we only have one job that Obaseki is doing, will I say perfectly well? That is road construction. Okay, but the road construction are also a little bit off, not of standard. Are you aware of that?
Now, some of those roads I've seen, they are up to standard because of the contractor is using. Stataco company, they are not honorary contractor. They are not, in fact, it's one of the reputable road construction in Nigeria. So Stataco can never do a substandard job. So this is where we're also talking about monitoring, project monitoring. So project monitoring, if there's any area there's default, you bring them to order. That's the purpose of governance. So if you give anybody job, there's one or two mistakes out there, they should be made to go there to correct it. And you also talk about the Edo GIS. Some persons are sure food doesn't come out 3 months or 1 year. The truth is this, the high volume of application is increasing every day. Is increasing every day. So I believe the state government also need to look into Edo GIS to see how they can increase the manpower in that very area. So that's my take on that.
Are you contributing on my life now? Yeah, go ahead. He's hearing you.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, Mr. Steve, thank you very much, sir. Thank you for everything you've been doing, sir. And God bless you. Yeah, I also want to thank Apostle Alfred, sir. I'm very happy, sir. Alfred, sir, with you now. Because it's one that I respect. During the election, everything he promised the diasporans, and he's really doing it. Because I asked Apostle a question on that time. I said, Apostle, after election, are you going to be showing us the thing Obaseki is doing or not? Which is promised that he is going to do it. Today, he's the only man that is showing us what Obaseki is doing. He's the only man that we even know that now Obaseki is working not 100%, maybe 70%. You understand? I want to thank Apostle Alfred, sir, for everything he's doing, for the truth he's saying, for him to stand what he has promised. He's really a man of God. He's a man of God that I'm really seeing in Edo State. If men of God in Edo State can be like Apostle, sir, I know Edo State is going to change. Edo State will be the best state in Edo State, in Nigeria. Apostle, may God bless you. This is your friend. I'm very happy to see this togetherness. Thank you very much, sir.
Oh,
thank you,
sir. Thank you, sir.
I love you, thank you, sir. Very much,
yeah, thank you. So please, as you see, you have the number in there. You can call in there, bring your question on, and Apostle sir is here to deal with them. Said it now. One Obaseki said, "I'm very strong supporter of Governor Obaseki. If I may ask, why the rate at which the job was going on before the election has dropped?" And this makes me think it is a delay method to run out of time. What are you going to say about that? Because that's
not true.
That's actually most of the fear of the people.
Yeah, not true. Not true. I want to assure you guys today, by the grace of God, every good thing Governor Obaseki has promised the Edo people, with God on his side and with the support of Edo people, he will finish it. And I believe that Obaseki is not ready to abandon any project. And if you can actually look at the pace of rain, the way rain has been falling right now is beyond human comprehension, which everybody can attest to. That you will clear now, come back in the next 3 days, the grass is up again. I just want Edo people to have that faith and believe that for every word, every good thing that Governor Obaseki said he wants to do with God on his side and with the cooperation from Edo people, he will do it. And there is nothing like delay tactics to run out of time. No. He's doing his best. All we need is to encourage him, support him. The area where we need to encourage him, with God on his side, I believe he's going to fulfill some of those mandates.
Okay, so he's giving you more assurance now. Since 12th of November 2020 till today, we've not actually gotten and executive. And that, based on fact and figures, can delay any successful government, no matter how good you are. Because in the history of knowledge, there's no one that knows it all. Okay, there's no one that really knows it all. Can you explain to us before then? Let's take this call. Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Please, what is your name and tell us where you are calling from, please.
My name is Florence Omorige. I'm calling from the United States.
Okay, go ahead, man.
Yes, Apostle Alfred. Hello, sir. How are you doing?
I'm fine. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Okay, sir. I think that I'm very happy about this, the fact that you're on and we can speak with you directly. I'm very pleased. I think it's a brilliant idea. I hope you continue to come on. And I'm saying this because I know, Apostle, that you're very objective. I know that when it comes to the time to highlight what the government is doing, his achievements concerning the project, I know you're top notch. You're on top of it. And I also know that you don't hesitate to call him out when he's not doing what he should do. So I'm happy to have a conversation with someone like you that is not biased. So, but my particular interest, sir, for calling today, it has to do with the abandoned project you showed about a week and a half ago at Ekoko Ute. The huge, I'm not sure what the name of the, if you can remember, you were at Ute about 2 weeks ago, yeah. Yeah. So, and you were calling on the diasporans to come and help, with to ensure that the project is completed. But I was just a little bit curious, sir, because I was asking questions at that time when you were going live. Well, I'm sure you didn't see my question. And the question I was asking was, sir, before asking diasporans to come and invest in a huge project like that, do we have the approval of the government? Because you were also saying to the government that, that it's a huge opportunity, especially now in a critical time like this when they're cleaning up the city and they're taking the street traders off the streets. You kept on saying that those people need a place to go. I really want to applaud you for, bringing it to the awareness of the public that there's a humongous project like that, abandoned. So I want to commend you on that. But since then, sir, has there been any feedback from anybody, the government or private PPP people on that about that project? I'm very much interested in it.
Yeah, what we did was to draw the attention of the state government to that project. And the reason why I call on those in diaspora, because they have voice to also prevail on the government to give them the access. I didn't say that they should just come in and start building. No, because I know our people in diaspora have voice. And if they come together to say, our state government, social project is on this area, long abandoned, why not look into that area? I believe the state government will listen. And that's the reason why I also call on those in diaspora. Because I know 80% strength of development is in the hands of our people in diaspora, and we must never look down on that. So we did that broadcast so that the state government can actually look into that to see that the project line follows somewhere that can be converted into an international market. So we just brought out some information for the government to look into it. But for now, we have not received any message from anybody to say, okay, we have seen what XYZ. What do we do? For now, we have not received any message regarding that broadcast.
Okay, sir. So, thank you so much for that feedback. But I would like to say at this point in time that it will be very difficult to get the government at this point. My impression of it is it will be difficult to get the government to even be aware of it or even be interested in it because there are no commissioners, right? As far as we know, the list of the new commissioners just came out and they are yet to be approved. You understand? So until that is done, and a letter can actually be written personally to the office of the Commissioner of Works, I'm not sure what they call them, or housing, or I'm not sure, projects or whatever. Not much can really be done. But in the meantime, if you would allow me, sir, I would say that a lot of publicity should be going on. A lot of publicity should be going on. Please also, yes, those in the diaspora, yes, there would be a great great. It will be a great alliance if you are able to get them interested. But please do not underlook the businessmen that are already functional and have businesses in Benin. I'm talking about even the Igbo traders. Okay, those people are the ones that actually have active businesses, and they have the finance. So I would say, to be objective, let's not make it Edo, and that's it. Because most of the Edos in diaspora, they have issues that we are not talking about. Issues of trust. Nobody's going to bring 50 million, right, to come and work on a project when there's no trust. So let's start working with the people that are already on the ground to facilitate some kind of, otherwise it's just going to continue to be there. Follow. That's my contribution. It's a pleasure to talk to you, sir. Thank you so much for all you do.
Thank you very much, ma'am. So now there's a question for you here, Apostle. Apostle, please tell diasporans why Governor Obaseki is not addressing the Edo people anymore.
Yes. The last time I checked, he was on a comrade show. The last time I checked, he was on a comrade show during the Zoom meeting to talk to Edo people. And maybe one a pocket of ITV or EBS and show one or two things. But I believe that is not enough. It's not enough. It's not enough. It's not enough. I have been advocating for that, for a town hall meeting. I have been advocating for a town hall meeting where the government can actually engage with the people, maybe once in a quarter, maybe once in a month, to carry the people along. I have been advocating for this. But now that we now have commissioner, let's see how it goes. But on that area, I believe the governor really need to step up his game on this area, because information is the key. And I've been saying it, that a town hall meeting is needed. Get representatives from different villages, from different local government and different wards. Then talk to them. And thank God for social media. Not to stop the governor from going on your media, talk to Edo people, engage Edo people on a media. Thank God we have different platforms in which he can actually reach the people. It's just for him to put the right people, the right peg in the right hole, a square peg in the square hole. I believe these are some of the things he need to do right now. By the grace of God, with God on his side and with the support of Edo people, all these things will come to pass. But the government really need to step up his communication, addressing the people. This is the area I want him to really talk to us.
Okay. Yeah, hello, good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Your name and where you're calling from, please.
Good afternoon. My name is Israel. Can you hear me?
Yeah, where are you calling from, please, Mr. Israel?
I'm calling from Manchester, United Kingdom.
Okay, go ahead. Shoot.
Good afternoon, Pastor Alfred.
Yeah, good afternoon, my brother.
Yes, I'm very happy today that you are on. Sometimes we watch your program and you're showcasing what Obaseki is doing. Thank you for that. You spoke about so many things. I've been listening. There's somebody asked you about the sea of O's, and you said there are lots of fires that are piling up. First of all, you agree with me that Obaseki campaigned under a system of godfatherism, right?
No, I'm not aware of that.
Oh, he campaigned on a system where that is removing godfatherism. Everything is supposed to be fair. That should be given to the citizens as everybody is equal to the law. That's what he campaigned against. Like, let everything be fair for everyone. So if everything is piling up, and you said something like somebody asked you that, even up to messenger, people are not bribing to get this thing done. It shows that the system is still not right. So I see some of your videos that you go to these schools and showcase this thing. So is it not time for us those in diaspora to start putting the people we know that knows how to do all these things on the ground? And secondly, is it not time, just as Obaseki campaigned to change Edo, is it not time for them to give these people, these institutions that are responsible for these things, give them adequate equipment to be able to carry out this process? There is no light. There is no internet. There is no computer system that works for them. So how are they going to do it differently? So is it not our time to start campaigning for that or putting these things in place? And secondly, all these roads that Obaseki is doing, do this and leave this one, do this one and leave this one, do this one and leave this one. Why is there no institution watching, acting as a watchdog, correcting the mistakes of all these people that are in this project? Is it not time? Because you know when you showcase this went to the other, it was in Igara that day, using his hand to remove something that was tied, and this was billions of naira given to these people who are doing this project. So it's time for us to be showcasing, while we are showcasing the good work, we should also be making sure that the government has an institution that checkmates these things and make sure that these things are, are on a day-to-day access. Do you agree with me on that?
I totally agree with you.
Then another thing that you said, somebody asked you, said it comes on the commercial. If the commercial show the people, is it the people's watch now? It doesn't count. It shows that when you want to deal with the citizen, deal with everybody regardless of what they are. You need to speak to adult people. You don't need to come to somebody's platform and just say if you come to that person's platform, that's the end of the day. You are talking to adult people in the diaspora who make sure that they put their support in you to make sure you have that governance. So if you are not neglecting them, it shows that there's a disconnection. We are actually not happy with the way things are going. We love him as a governor, but we are not happy with the way the things are being managed. And the issue of this coronavirus thing, you saw the issue of this. Are you aware of this coronavirus?
You have 30 minutes. You have 30 seconds, please.
Okay, you are aware of that, Mr. Alfred. Hello, sir.
Yeah, you said what?
Hello. You are aware
of the mandate
of the vaccination. You are aware of the mandate vaccination.
Yes, I'm aware, and I've spoken on that.
Do you think? Yes. Do you actually think? We the diaspora, I don't think we kick against it. But where is the mechanism there to be able to showcase this thing? Where is the enlightenment? If we are doing something, we need to make sure we do it in an appropriate way to educate the people. People see it as a kind of a tyrant now because there is no appropriate, things that have been put in place. Look at the other thing they did the other day, the football competition they did the other day. You said you took people away from their work and said if they are not vaccinated, they shouldn't come to work. But you guys were the same people who organized the football competition, crowding people with no social distancing. How are we not trying to engage with our people?
Okay.
How are we not trying to enlighten our people?
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr.
My question.
So, Alfred, you saw those questions there now. So, I want to ask this on Apostle Alfred. Do you think the government has done well with security? What is your take on Governor not signing the anti-grazing law? Quick one.
Okay.
1 minute on that.
My take on the security, the governor has done well. Yes, I give him kudos. He has done well in the area of security. He has done well. Though he's not making noise, he has really done well. Now, my take on not signing the anti-grazing law, I don't really know why he has not signed it. I don't really know why he has not signed it. I don't know the delay. I don't know the rationale. I don't really know. And I know. I for one, not also comfortable that bill has not been signed. But the rationale behind it, I don't know.
Okay. Now, there was another question again from the same person. Do you think that cosmetic rehabilitation of existing structures like stadium or pump house is a show of achievement? What's your take on that, sir?
It's a great achievement. You cannot have such structure and to go and lay a new foundation. Reactivating that structure is a welcome development. And we already know that those states is a civil servant state. And you cannot have such building abandoned and you are making progress. No. Obaseki reactivating that farmhouse and that building stadium is a welcome development. And it's a great achievement. And to renovate is more expensive to build. To renovate is more expensive than to build a new structure. So I see that for him to renovate those buildings is a welcome development. Of a truth is a welcome development, and it's a great achievement.
Okay, there's another one. What is your take on the internal crisis of the governor's party, which is publicly known? Do you think it's a yardstick, an excuse, on why the state is on standstill?
Yes, it's a party issue. I do not really have a first-hand knowledge about the crisis rocking the party. I do not have a first-hand knowledge. And I also think that shouldn't really stand as a yardstick for the governor not to do some of the things he needs to do. But of course, if there's an internal crisis and you cannot really do much, you cannot really achieve much when there's a crisis. When there's a crisis in the party and you can't really do much. So my take is that let them see how they can solve that internal crisis. But I don't really have a clue about what is the crisis rocking the party.
Now there's another question. They say, please, I want to know why Mr. Yunusa is not showing us the condition of Benin Abraka Road leading to Orion. I think this time of being Orion.
Yes, what I am doing is a personal effort. I am not being sponsored by any man. I am not being sponsored by state government. It's just a personal effort going around to showcase the progress of work going on in the state. So on that grant, I also have a family to take care of. It is not easy to afford a car. It's not easy to buy data. So I'm doing this from my own as my support for the state to move forward. So when I'm free, I also create time to go to that area to see the work that has been done so far.
Yeah, so you just showed Tesame Road and some areas. Osapoma Street leads from Owasota to Iyoba Palace to Tesame Road. Why was the road not part of the construction?
I am not the governor of the state. I believe the governor should be in position to answer such question.
Somebody wrote something that's a little fun. I need to put to attention. Said that at Arima, BP is rising from Oga Alfred, saying governor has done well with security. For real?
Yeah, so for real.
What do you have to say on that? Yeah, this morning I saw you were doing a video and you said the Benin Auchi Road is not safe.
Yes.
Can you elaborate on that on this show?
The Benin Auchi Road has actually been a dead zone. There is no day you don't hear about kidnapping on that area. And what I saw, the Nigerian army, they have taken their base to that particular location where these bad guys comes out to carry out the Igbo Act. Then those state security network, they also build their base in two locations. Of course, the Nigeria police, they also build their base. And with what I saw, and the road, those grass, those big trees that normally cover the road, in fact, it has been removed. So the road is wide open now, so you can see anybody from afar, unlike before that the road was covered. So on that area, what I saw today, there has been a great improvement, though the government is not making noise. It's not making noise. It's not releasing the security detail, how far they are going. So if you want to catch a thief, you don't need to come on air to say, "Chief, and you want to come catch you," before the thief go on. So on this, the security area of the state, the government have really tried. You know, before now, you can't sleep in the state. Cultism, other crime that have been, in fact, you can't sleep. But as of today, it has really reduced, and we must tell ourselves the truth. Unless our people are not being sincere. On this area, he has done his best. And I will just pray that God will strengthen him to do more.
Okay. Now let's go back again to the project that Obaseki is doing. There was a time we had this industrial park at Yanamo off Sapele Road, Yanamo community off Sapele Road. Right now, that place has become a den of robbers and kidnapping. So, what do you have any reason why the government have to abandon that project?
No idea, and I don't know why that project has been abandoned. I will do a finding to know what's actually happening regarding that area.
Okay. Now, during the election, we also campaigned with the Oshoma Power Plant and the Edo Modular Refinery, which was 75% completed as at the time of the campaign. So, do you have an idea why these two gigantic, infrastructures are not functioning right now?
Okay, like the Osimo power plants. If I was actually coming there, I promised our people that in the next few days I will give us a sound information about what I've gathered concerning the Osimo power plant. You know, federal government, they own the yam, the knife, they control lights. And with what I've discovered by the Osimo power line, there have been a massive wire. There have been pegging poles around the city center. Akpakpava, TV, the Wire Road, South Road, then Upper Mission. There are so many areas that are pegging posts now so they can string the wire. You know, when we talk about electricity, it's not what you just wake up one day, you just see like there is a process and there you have to go through a lot of bottleneck. But with what I have discovered, I've been able to discover that there has been a massive work going on in the Osimo power line and there is no noise. And these are the areas I also want the governor to come up to tell the people how far he has gone. But for my own investigation and assessment, they are actually stringing those wires. They are pegging their poles around the city center, the one I have seen with my two naked eyes.
Okay, what about the Domodola refinery? Do you have any idea?
No, I don't have idea about that for now.
Okay. And somebody just said there, he said, correction, sir, Edo State is not a civil servant state. We have been reduced to a civil servant state. Do you know we are an oil producing state?
Yes, I'm aware that we are an oil producing state. And we must actually tell ourselves the truth. Edo State is a civil servant state. We must tell ourselves the truth. It has been. We must tell ourselves the truth. They work for it's all about civil servants. So just that we are not trusting God for companies to come in. That's the truth of the matter. Yes, we know it's an oil producing state. I really see this dividend. And they do people see the dividend? So we don't really know. So government, a lot of things are actually there that we are not aware of. But some of us are just doing our best to see how we can make things work. So that's just my submission.
Okay, I want to ask a personal question right now, sir. Do you think that the non-execution of new projects in this second term as a result of the COVID-19 outbreak?
Yes. Ali, that was also really like the expatriate, like the watchmen that were working. I discovered that a lot of them left the country. They left the country. And some of them have gradually returned back now. A lot of them have returned back. And this coronavirus thing has really eaten deep on our system. We'll talk about the area of finance, a lot of things. In fact, the whole world now is not normal anymore. The whole world, things are not normal. But it's just to build a system that can actually work. No matter what, a system should be running. I believe this is what he's trying to build, a system that whether there is crisis or not, those systems should still be functioning.
Okay, so you believe that his ability not to be able to have carried out a new project can be traced to the pandemic and other issues that actually reduce the inflow of income into the state. Now, if that is the case, in a very same society, this is where maybe I'm a little bit different, or I only have a difference with the way with the modus of operandi of Governor Obaseki is to come back to the people. Okay, I was listening to Governor Wike yesterday. He said, if you promise the people during the election A, B, C, D, and at the end when you now return back to power, you now find that there is no reality based on the financial situation of us at that point. Say it is also better you come back to the people and speak to them and said, oh, I promised A, B, C, D during the electionary period, but based on the reality on ground today, I can be able to do A, B. So give me time to just do the C and D. And also, because when you say you need transparency and accountability, transparency must begin from the top.
Yes.
Okay, we don't know what is the state government monthly allocation. I've never heard that Edo State gets up to 22 billion naira yearly from VAT until when this VAT issue came up. Okay, and based on the monthly allocation that I read from the Federal Executive Council's website, it was we get about 4.something billion every year to Edo State. and we'll get 22 billion at the end of the year. So 4.5, let's call it 4.3, about 4.6. Let's call it 4.5 billion on monthly basis times 12. That will give us, there's 2 months is 9, 4 months is 18, and another 8 months is 36, and another, so you will understand the number, the volume of billions of naira that we'll get. In addition to the 22 billion that come from VAT, and in addition to the internal generated revenue, which Obaseki said has increased, by 200%. So if all these are being put together, then it means there's a little bit chock volume of capital coming to Edo State as a revenue. Now, if this money is not enough to actually deal with the issues, this is what the white man does, to put the people to be part of the government. They always showcase to the people, this is the amount we have gotten, and this is what we are spending the amount on, this is the balance that we have. That is called transparency.
Yeah.
That if even you promised us something, you couldn't do it, and people actually knew where the money is going to and how much you've made, I don't think anybody's going to complain. Just, you are a father now, you have a wife, you have children, and maybe you promise your child, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And at the end of the day, you couldn't do all, and you kept quiet. And your wife knew that you work, you're a contractor. She knew you make money. So she's going to believe this man doesn't want to help us. He's just being selfish or being uncaring. Am I correct, sir? But when you say,
very correct.
Babe, so come on, look, concert having been that good, the last one now is a little bit difficult. They've not paid me this, they've not paid me that, blah, 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 blah. This is my account. As of today, I only just have 50,000 naira in my account, and you are demanding for 80,000. So there's no way I can give you 50,000. I can give you 80,000 for 50,000. So she would have told my husband is a bit now. Then she cannot decide to think of something else. So that we are not getting, and that is actually making this problem between the governed and the people that is governing us. Okay. Now there's also an allegation. Yes. Can you? Okay, you want to talk on that? Go ahead on that.
Yes. In Nigeria today as a whole, there is nothing like transparency. In Nigeria as a whole, there is nothing like transparency. That's the reason we are advocating for transparency. The government from the federal, state level to be able to carry the people along, tell the people the truth. And the truth is that there is no truth in our government system. There is no truth. So if they are not telling the people the truth, so it will be difficult. And even when they now try to say the truth, nobody will believe because they have not been open right from day one. So I believe it's a problem, and I believe the same thing that Governor Obaseki is trying to amend by communicating to the people, and I believe he needs to do more in that area by being transparent, telling the people 15 naira and I come or CCC SYZ, we use 10 naira. That's what we call accountability. So now God will help us.
Okay. Now this question, I don't. You are a very good friend of Mega Comrade Clement Edebe and Amigo, and I know maybe on that day you might have watched this video that came from one of the PDP-led executive in Edo State called Comrade Bob Manuel Umoro. He raised an allegation of a 900 to another 50 million naira monthly, security vote that goes to Obaseki's pocket. Do you have any idea?
No idea.
Money.
No idea about that.
So good. Now, what I am doing today is, I think somebody wrote something here. Let me see what is it. No, this woman has been on me from the beginning of the election time, saying, Mr. Civic, you are a good person, but our great governor Obaseki is really trying well in Edo State history. We don't need to do somebody that want to try. We need somebody that want to take us from the wood. Okay? We want an Edo whereby you and I will return home and do the needful. So what we are doing today is not to criticize the government, it's actually to put the government on its toe. A government that nobody speaks about. A government that nobody speaks about is not a government. It becomes a tyrant.
Yeah.
Okay? That's the truth of the matter there. When Obaseki did not come up with his cabinet, I was one of those that was out there on him. The reason is I want him to do the right thing. Okay? So now that he has actually appointed some persons, then I'm waiting for him to swear them in. Let the state start running. Nobody hates him. I supported him. I took 3 months of my time. Guys, it's not Nigeria. In Europe, you don't work for 3 months. Bros, you go broke. If you don't plan for it, you go broke. You'll be begging. You'll be begging to survive. I took 3 months of my time, year on every day. So I love Obaseki as a governor. I believed in him, but I want him to do better. I don't want him to just try. I want him to actually do something that we be related to that of S.O. Bemudia or Abrosali. That I want to hear that even our grandchildren that was not even born when Obaseki was in government. Some of you were not born when Abrosali was in government. Many of them were not born. Many of them were not born.
Many of them were not born then.
Many of them were not born when Obamudia was in government as a military head of state and also as a governor. Many of them were not born. Yeah. But today you praise them. Why? Because the legacy that they left behind is still there till tomorrow. That's why you praise them. So that's what we want from Obaseki. Not a governor that will try and leave. There's somebody who's come and continue for you stop. No. Like Wike today of River State. When Wike dies, if Wike died today, many people will forget a governor like Governor Wike.
That's true.
Because he has turned the entire River State now to something different. They will always remember him for the good that he has done. That's what we are saying. Okay? So not that we have any issue. Somebody drop a question for you here. My apostle, do me a favor. You are on ground. Can you investigate the Sapama Street project that was to have been completed by Lucky Benedion and nothing has been done to the road?
Okay. Noted.
Okay. He has just said noted. He's going to see how he's going to go and see that very street called Sapama. You know, and somebody said, I don't know what it is. Somebody said, I don't need a gangster like Wike. Hey, Sister Rita, I'm not there if they're looking for you. Wike is a gangster, but that guy is hell. I must commend that guy. He's doing his best. Please, we need questions right now. Apostle is here. I think we want to give him another 22 minutes before he can go. We need questions. Please, just drop your question. I don't want to ask so that you can release all you have in your heart and is ready to give you answers. Don't look as if, it's only humanitarian and himself that are talking and they are friends. So maybe they are planned behind the scene to come out and deceive us. That's what I said. Just talk your question so that he will answer you. So I'm not going to be the one that's going to ask you a question. He will do the answering. Then at the end of the day, you guys will not say, I'm playing a fast one. Say, sir, what about communal crisis that is ravaging Edo State?
Yeah, thank you very much. The issue of communal crisis is really in the hands of the traditional institution. Truth be told, Gatawin or Jie, let's say it's the way it is. The issue of that communal crisis is our traditional institution hand. Now the hand of traditional rulers, now they not be government. Even when government want to try to put in modality to say change, they will still fight them. So I just believe our thinking, the way our traditional people they think, it really need to change. Yeah, the solution is in the hands of our traditional rulers. The solution to communal crisis is in the hands of our traditional rulers, and now the truth be this.
Yeah, somebody just asked a question here, and I think this question we need to talk about. He said, "Please, is Edo State only Benin City?"
No, That cannot be now. Edo State is comprised of Esan, Afema. We're not talking about Benin City now. We are talking about Edo State. So some of the information we are releasing right now is regarding the one we have gathered within the Benin Exit. So if we also have people from Esan, from Akoko, Edo, those ones should also be in the best position to also say, in their area, this is what is going on, this is what is going on, this is what is going on. So I'm only giving information based on the one available to me within my jurisdiction. Now, when that's okay, Edo proper, it not depend on us. So begin to visit some areas which I have done because I came in today. For the past 3 days, I've been in Esa land to monitor, to find out some things that was being done in Esan area. But we couldn't go to Auchi because body not be firewood. But I believe people from other areas should be able to also tell us some of the things that the government is also doing in that area, so that it will help all of us to grow. A tree cannot actually make a forest. We all need each other right now.
Okay. Somebody now ask you, say, what do you think Obaseki can do in the next 3 years?
I think in the next 3 years, every good thing Governor Obaseki have in mind concerning Edo people, he will do it. And in the next 3 years, when he's through, Edo people will say, yes, we voted for the right man. I can say that again and again.
Okay. And somebody is still talking about that the only job, the only what is it called? The only thing they are seeing, saying nothing is going on outside Benin City. How true is this?
A lot is going on outside Benin City, unless we are not truthful to ourselves. I was in Esa land. I saw something that was going on. Of course, there are some things also going on in Auchi, which you already know. It's just information. The area we just want the government to be proactive enough. But to say nothing is going on outside Benin City is not true. It's not true.
Okay. So you heard that now because it's on ground. He said it is not true. Please ask your questions right now because he said somebody said something here. Shola Devi said, Alfred, please don't go to Romy again to come and say Obaseki is working. Yeah, okay. If all these things happen in Edo State, you will still come back here to defend Obaseki government.
It is well.
So somebody is asking, said, I think there's another question. Said, can you ask Apostle if Obaseki is hearing or seeing what is going on in Edo State? He has not commissioning any project. Why?
All right. Governor Obaseki, we know, is a man that does not believe in commissioning a project. He does not believe on commissioning a project. He only just let me do them for the people made a pass. There are a lot of things he has done that he never commissioned. So by so doing, people just feel that, oh, the government don't do anything. I don't discover one thing for government to say, he not the commission project. If they work, yes. You know, for Nigeria, we believe say that when you commission projects, now they know say you they work. Build toilets, commission, and say you they work. But Obaseki style not be like that. So Obaseki style of governance, it did different, it did rare, it did different. You know, say for Ebola, they only commission project. Oh, wake up, just say work, they go, they break, they don't finish. So now that kind of style, now Obaseki they try to break in, but we're not they used to run. We they used to project commissioning. So since you know the commission project, that's why some of us, where we want better thing for this, go around, they show some of those things. Very soon, me, I will commission the road by myself for now. Anywhere don't work finish, I go tie ribbon in the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy. I will commissioner make una understand. But for Obaseki, he not the commission any project. He own how to work for the people. Let it has done it or not. That's one thing I've discovered about him.
Okay, somebody says, what about the Gelegele Seaport? What is happening there?
Yeah, Gelegele Seaport, the little thing I've been able to gather, first of all, they're trying to work on the road to that area, and the security area, they've also provided security boats and the rest. But apart from that, I do not have full information about what is going on in Gelegele.
Now, somebody has to say, Apostle Alfred, what is your rate on Governor Obaseki first 4 years in office? Then,
yes,
even the 100 days in office, please no excuse about court cases or them, the disturber. We are tired of such excuses. I need fact.
Okay. My rates Okay, Apostle Alfred, what's your rate on Obaseki first 4 years in office? Yes, first 4 years in office and 100 days in office, he has done his best. He has done his best. It's just to do more. As you all know, Oliver Twist asks for more. He has done his best, and we want him to do more. So we're not going to be talking about court cases and the rest. No. We are past that stage.
So then what about the first 100 days now?
Yeah, the first 100 days, he has been able to improve on some of those things that was on grant before. Yes, for the first 100 days, a lot of things have been underground that people are not actually aware of. For the first 100 days, based on my own opinion and assessment, he has done his best.
Okay, and don't you think that the delay in communication project execution was as a result of his inability not to provide a state executive?
Yes and no. It's working. You know, we all believe in executive. We all believe in executive for now. Reason best known to him. Reason best known to him. We're already used to executive. So Obaseki is in the best position to tell Edo people why such delay. I do not have information about that.
Yeah, I know, but the question is, don't you think that might also lead to his inability to perform well in his first 100 days in office?
Yes. Because no man know it all.
Okay. So guys, more questions, guys. So we need to get this. We have 14 minutes to go. No, Shola, I don't think Apostle have changed from what he has been saying. I don't think he has changed from what I don't know what you are talking about here. But I don't know. Maybe you can put your statement a question right again, so maybe you can get it right to understand what you are saying. Because I'm afraid today you say one thing, tomorrow you say another. You are not truthful at all. I think what he has been saying here is the job that Obaseki has been doing has been the job from last year. I don't think he has changed anything from that, from the beginning of this broadcast to this moment. So I don't know what he has said before and what he's saying now, except maybe there are things he said on his broadcast that you have not been able to put before us. Yeah. Okay?
You should say it. You should say it.
So we know.
Able to tell you what.
Yeah, we know what where he's saying one thing today and one thing tomorrow. Because everything he has been trying to do is to defend the videos that he has been doing all around the dossier. That was the reason why I brought him in. We have seen so very many videos. I had to bring him in here to come and explain some of these things to us. So what is Obaseki doing about Bedebiri?
I don't know. I've spoken about that on my video. The need for Governor Obaseki to reactivate Bedebiri. I've spoken about that, something about that, and even Edo Line. I've also did a video concerning that. So I just believe we just need to keep reminding them and to say that they should do the needful regarding this area.
Yeah, this is another good question. They said because you're on Gracie, can you honestly tell us about the quality of the Kenwan Road and other completed project as a builder yourself? Are those jobs good qualities?
Number one, I am not a government contractor. I am not an employee by government. I am just an individual who just want a better Edo, and I'm just doing my best to see how things can actually work well. No, honestly speaking, the quality of job in a Kenwan Road is encouraging. And there are one or two spots. There's a default, which I believe the work is still ongoing. And the area they also need to work to, like the area they have tied already, the one or two potholes, because of the high volume of erosion in that environment, which I know they are still going to work on because the project is ongoing. But so far, so good. The quality of job there is commendable. Yes, it's commendable.
Okay, the quality of job there is commendable. But I will encourage the government to set up, a task force to actually monitor some of these jobs.
That's just it.
Okay, I have my farm along the Aziz, and I remembered right now they are doing. If those of you that know the Aziz, if you are coming through the airport, upper airport road, there's a road that was tied by Shomole called the Uloho. Okay, Uloho. You take Uloho down to the end of the road. Now they are doing a casting. They are trying to cast, doing a casting. While they were doing the casting, while they were doing the casting, I was a little bit, worried based on the number of granite sand and cement they were using. Are you hearing me, Apostle?
Yes, sir.
The builder, I saw that not being quality. You were doing a casting like a slab because that area is really waterlogged. Okay, let's pick this call. Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Your name and where you're calling from, please.
Yeah, good evening, sir.
Yeah.
From Italy, sir.
Okay, go ahead.
Thank you very much, sir. Mr. Stephen, God bless you for everything. I love you. Thank you very much, sir. Mr. Apostle Alfred, sir. Thank you very much, sir. I like you for one something. Yes, I believe you for one something. You are a man that sees the truth. You are a man that when Obaseki is doing the right thing, you said it. Where he's not doing the right thing, you still let people know. You understand? That's why I say that's maybe that person that is commenting say what you say sometimes you change it sometimes. No, it doesn't change. When Obaseki is doing the right thing, you are saying it. The way the place is not doing the right thing, you are still saying it. That's the man of God. You understand? I thank you. Now here when we were asking one question, when people ask you about the land grabbing, may God bless you, sir. I like people that stand for the throne. The same thing I was telling to Nigeria before that program, before that thing stopped in Edo State, it's in the hands of our traditional ruler. That's what I told the Nigeria Watch yesterday. And the same thing I still saying today. The government cannot solve it. It's in the hands of our traditional. Our father have the power to stop this thing once and for all. That is the truth. May God bless you, sir, because the truth you are saying. Continue what you are doing. Continue the way you are showing people what Obaseki is doing. With the place you have never done something. I know you are using your money and your time and everything. I'm very happy what you promised your election. You are doing it, sir. During the election, you only the man that we have seen that complete for Obaseki. That stands for what he said. That is showing us what is really happening in Edo State. You are only the man. May God bless you. If every man of God can be like you in Edo State will be more better than this. You can see what is happening in Edo State. Now, the good men of God, they keep quiet. But you always tell them the right, you tell them the good, you join them the way they're doing good, you tell them where they're not doing good. So I continue like this. This is the work of John the Baptist you are doing. May God bless you. More anointing to you, sir. May God bless you.
Amen, sir.
May God bless you.
Amen, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, brother. So now you have a question, Apostle. Good, sir. Please, why is our governor not signing the anti-grazing law? We heard that the Fulani terrorist group have occupied several communities in our land. Because this is one thing that is actually making the diaspora really, really pissed off. This anti-grazing law.
These questions should be directed to the state governor. I don't know why he has not signed the anti-grazing law. He should be the one to be able to come and tell Edo people the reason why he has not signed the anti-grazing law. So everything is in his hand. I don't really know much about that. Now, talking about it, we heard that Fulani terrorist group have occupied. I am not aware. I only know that there are a lot of Fulanis everywhere. I don't know if they are terrorists, apart from those kidnapping people along Binyauchi, which has subsided now. Then Agbo Road. I know we already get information from that area. But the truth is this. The truth is this. Every one of us need to wake up to our responsibility. Holding everybody accountable. The governor cannot do it all. The governor cannot do it all. So the government, as of today, actually need a total collaboration with the traditional institution, of course, the religious body. If everybody can actually come together, all these issues will be solved. But if one governor to solve all the problems, sir, it is not possible without the cooperation from the traditional institution and from the religious angle. So these are my take on this matter. So the governor is still in the best position to tell Edo people why he has not signed the anti-grazing law. I don't know.
Somebody asked you a personal question. He said to be honest. Apostle Alfred, do you think you are a viable candidate to be the communication commissioner?
I'm only doing what God asked me to do. When see me communicating, God said speak. So that's why I come out to showcase what the government is doing and to explain to the Edo people based on the little information I have gathered. So that's just where we are. So I don't think that's what I'm just a who just trying to see how he can contribute his own quota in making Edo great.
Somebody is asking another very funny question here. I need to bring that out because I felt it's funny. Said if Governor Obaseki is to come back for re-election, for example, for a third term, Apostle Alfred, will you put in so much effort like you did last time and vote him as Edo State Governor based on your assessment?
Yes, on that I will need to go and pray again to consult my ancestors, which is God, because he had the final say. So he asked me to do the first time to be candid with you. If I am asked to campaign for Obaseki for third term, if I'm asked to do it, no.
Okay, so you read that. It's simple and clear. Now, people are saying, why are you saying Edo State is safe now, particularly our roads, Bini Ekewan Road, Bini Auchi Road, Bini Abor? Why are you saying they are safe?
I never said Bini Agbo Road is safe because I have not been there. I passed through that area. In fact, I passed through Bini Agbo Road day first today, straight to Eastern Land. I did not see anything like crime. The Bini Auchi Road, as of today, is safe because of the high volume of security personnel on that road. Because what I see in that area, the army have built their base, especially those hotspots. The army has built their base in those areas. The police are there, the state vigilante, they are there to ensure that they complement each other. For now, to my own best of knowledge, Bini Auchi Road is safe. Therefore, Bini Agbo Road, I've not really passed that road for a very long time, apart from last week, and I went through the road. There was nothing like crime on that road. That's all I can say on that.
Yeah, somebody said something here. Said before we compare Edo to any state, we must compare their receipt, except we are asking the government to go on borrowing pay, and now our children with the one organized IBC for be that. Omogiaware Omedo. Let me say something, sir. And the truth of the matter is this: Benin is not poor. It's not poor. The reason is this: we have not actually gotten a governor or a leader that has the mind to do what people like Wiki is doing or Shawolu is doing. People feel that Apostle Alfred said Benin Edo State is a civil servant state, and I did not subscribe to that because we are the sixth largest oil producing state in Nigeria. The sixth largest oil producing state in Nigeria. The problem we are having is most of our oils are being exploited and taken away because we have not actually had a well organized plan, just the way they're having in data in Bayelsa, Akwaban, and some of other states, to make sure that if you are coming in, did you know in data state I grew in data, and if an oil exploration comes into data state, sir, 90% of the people will be from data. They will take 10 from outside. All the laborers, you know what I mean by the laborers, the not skilled workers, they are all from data. But if you see Edo today, you see even the not skilled laborers are imported from outside Edo. That has left us that the money that they get from our state is taken away, knowing fully where the oil companies are actually paid direct tax or VAT to the federal government. Okay, so the money doesn't come into us anymore. It's just that's why you see us as if we are a civil servant state. That's number one. Number two, we have also marked different ways in which the state government can actually generate revenue. Apart from this Kotane Aberu style kind of revenue that we all are used to in Edo State. I've said 1, 2, 3, 4 different ways in which money can actually be generated without not stressing the people. But the government have not really listened to some of these. And these are things that these companies are doing today. Okay? So that's just the truth. That's just the truth there. Because when you put a law, like you see what Wike did. Said, if you are expressing oil in my state, bring your headquarters back to my state. Yeah. Otherwise, I'm going to make sure I close down your exploration. You don't put your headquarters in Lagos and be killing my people in my state. You just saw yesterday that the Senate just passed a law. Just passed a law that all headquarters should return to their base of exploration. That was the handiwork of Governor Wike. Yeah. Because the moment they come back, they are taking everything they took to Lagos back to either Rivers or any other of those states. And this will increase the revenue that is accrued to that state. Now, number 3, sir, we are the 6th largest oil producing states in Edo State. I mean, in Nigeria. But we are being tagged to be a civil servant state. That doesn't make sense. Okay, our oils, who are actually exploring our oils? Where are they taking the oil exploit to right now? That we, the Edolite, are not benefiting from the oil exploration in our state. We're the 6th. So if you can't see it, we have Bayelsa, we have Port Harcourt, we have Rivers, we have Akwa Ibom, we have Calabar, and we now have Edo. Okay? So these other 5 states, they are not called civil servant states, sir. Am I right?
Yeah.
There is massive, industrialization. I think this man, Professor Ben Ayade, just built the tallest building in the whole of South. That was commissioned by the Vice President. That worth billions of naira. We don't even have anything close to that in Edo. No, we don't have anything close. I think the tallest there is the Palm House, which is about is it 10 stories or 11-story building. There's a Palm House at the Secretariat. So we need the government to understand who are the people that is exploiting our oil. There's impoverish us and making themselves rich. It's like the oil in Edo belongs to some few individuals, not actually to the Edo people, based on what we are seeing on ground today. Our youth in the area whereby even this oil are being exploited, they are poor. They are poor. But not like in Warri where I grew. Those guys there, you see some heavy, weighty people in that very particular area. So the government must look into this to make sure they try to bring out those people who are actually making us dry, making us to be a civil servant state. That if the state doesn't pay, we cannot continue. You know why people state like Wike or Lagos is surviving, sir, without the government allocation? It is because they've been able to make sure that everything that belongs to them is used by them. Like the rivers. Lagos is using their river to make money. Their seaports to make money. Wike is using the oil in river to make money. We have oil in Edo State. And we are not saying we should be growing in the rate at which what's it called? Wike River State should be growing. We're not saying we should be growing at the rate of which Ayande, Cross River State, or Akabo should be growing. But we are saying, as an oil producing state also, we must also have some oil industries in our state. We have none. None, sir. So that is worrisome to us. If you go to this NDCP, the one that left Sapele Road to Airport Road now, do you know they being in another state had no effect on our economy?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, like what you have been saying for a very long time. Though people have been in the dark, and Governor Obaseki is not responsible. Though people have not been able to ask questions for a very long time from previous administration. We have not been asking questions. Things just walk, just go like that. So I believe this is the time we need to begin to ask questions. What are those basic things? Like we're talking about the oil exploration in our environment. In fact, everybody just need to be involved in governance. But for a very long time, who cares whether they survive with seafood job and they pay me salary? This has been the day in, day out in our state for a very long time. When I say civil servant state, I really mean it. It has been people go work, they pay, they come back. But we're talking about infrastructure development, it has never been like that. So what Governor Obaseki is doing is trying to change the narrative. And based on what my brother Stevie have said, is changing the narrative. We have actually been in the dark for a very long time because we don't really bother to ask questions. Information was just hidden from us. But now we are waking up. Now we now begin to ask questions to me, which is good for our development. We'll continue to ask questions and to also see how our governor can really put in their best to ensure that all the things we really desire in our state come to pass. And I also need you to ask Simia whether Shola David, I need you to ask him that question. Whether I need to call in to tell us, saying that I am not, he should tell us, when some persons comment, they comment based because they want to comment. And we are on air right now. I'll need that person, whether Shola David, call in, tell us, why are you saying what you are saying concerning you that Apostle Alfred is not? Say it. What have you observed? Say it. And not to just be commenting because you just want to comment. So that's my take. I want to also throw light on it. A lot of persons are saying, Apostle, you come out of that, you say, Governor may wake up for this area, may perform for this area. That's to tell you who I am. I just tell the friends. So if there's area I want the governor to improve, I say it. And if it's also working, I say it. So I'm not a sycophant. It's only a sycophant that will just sit down and swallow anything, swallow you come out. So when there's area for him to work and it's not working, I'll come on, I'll say, Governor, this year you not try you. That's me for you. It's like a father who failed to control the children, or the children who failed to tell the father the things that he's doing and the things that he's not doing, then he's not a good child. He's not a good child.
So all he has been doing is giving us updates about what governor and what state government is doing. And I appreciate him, and I believe just is using him to showcase that improvement, to let us know where governor did well and where governor never reached. God will bless him for that. And I want him to also drive governor's attention to this very particular road. A road from Eho to Obaseki that leads to Ugioba, Ogua, Ebele. In the last first 4 years, the government did that road to Orion River, from Eho to Orion River, which is Obaseki. From Obaseki to Ugioba, Ogua, Ebele, that place has been so much bad for over a decade now. But he promised when he comes back, he will finish that road to Ebele Junction. Till now, that road is still like that. I want you to draw the governor's attention to that road. It's a very bad spot.
Okay.
Thank you very much. That is my contribution, sir.
Okay. Noted.
Okay, you have a question, yes, sir. And the question is a little bit direct, but I think you can be able to answer it. I don't think it's insulting. I'm sure you have children in primary and secondary school or in the university level. Can you tell us what you think about education in Edo State from your own experience, good or bad?
Wow. Funny enough, my children, the first two, I removed them from private school. They are currently in a government science technical college. It's a government school because of what is happening in that school. I removed them from a private school to a government school, Benin Technical College. Why? Because of the practical skill. I love trade that is going on in that school. I took my children to the government school. Yes, I took them to technical college. So in the area of education right now, the governor is doing his best. And I must tell you that a lot of our persons are not ready to go to school. We must tell ourselves the truth. A lot of our guys, a lot of our children are not ready to go to school. They are not ready to go to school. And this one are the plain truth. I've seen a lot of children, they'll tell they are going to school, their uniform they put in their bag. They don't enter school. So it's not the fault of the government. So parents also need to wake up to play their role. In the area of education right now, in government school, the government is doing its best. I must tell you the truth. Like I visited Iguaholo. The manpower in Iguaholo is, in fact, over 45 teachers. In Iguaholo, Benin Technical College. So in the area of manpower education right now in Edo, the government is doing its best. But most of our people does not want to go to school. That's just the truth.
Most of people does not want to go to school. And do you also know, sir, there's one thing I noticed when I was in Nigeria. Somebody just put it here now. That brought me out. If you check most of these companies in Edo State, this is where we call ourselves a civil servant state, sir. We must begin to tell ourselves the truth. I go to most of these places. I was in a bank. You go to a bank, a full bank, from the top boss in the bank. Maybe we are going to get an Edo person. You're going to be on the counter, right?
Yes.
You're going to be on the counter. That's where you're going to get an Edo person. Maybe it could be 1 or 2 out of maybe 40, 50 people working in the bank. All of them are from outside the state. And that is a little bit worrisome also. These are things people like Wike is doing to reorganize the system that is working. Okay, if you are bringing a company to a state, even when I went to that Globe Bank, the one at Papa Junction, sir, I went there. You know the head of that place is Yoruba man. That Globe Bank, the head of that bank is a Yoruba man in Edo State, and that bank only have one branch, and that branch is in Edo. It has no other branch elsewhere, nowhere in the world, only in Edo State. And you will not imagine the only branch that we have in Edo State is being run by a Yoruba man. How can you explain that, sir?
And the question you should ask, do you have a Edo man that is qualified for that job?
I think so.
That's the question. Do you know Edo people qualified for that job? And in Edo, we must tell ourselves the truth.
No, sir.
The truth is
this. Sir, I have more than enough that qualify for that job.
Good. The truth is this. We must tell ourselves the truth. An average Edo man don't want to help his brother. This is the truth of the matter. An average Edo man don't want to help his brother. This is just the truth. You'll see a lot of company where Edo man will be the head. You go there, you go speak Benin. You know what? When you say, because they speak English because they doesn't want to help you. So it's a big problem to us. We know they like to help ourselves. Once we get an institution, apart from this former VC for Unibank, that really try his best. Apart from that, a lot of Edo persons where they position, no one help fellow Edo man. This is the truth, and we must not shy away from it. We don't want to help ourselves. We don't like helping ourselves. We prefer to help outsider than helping ourselves. And this is the truth of the matter. If not until we change that mentality, we go nowhere. We go nowhere.
Can I say, is that not the reason why every Edo man that rule Edo do not want to help Edo people? Because if that is the mentality that an average Edo man possesses, whether an Asian man and a African man or as a Ibini man that possesses that attitude of not helping their own. If that is what we possess, is that not the reason why you see Edo is not moving forward?
Yes, it's part of it. It's part of it. It's part of it. It's so disheartening. It's so disheartening, and a lot of our guys don't want to work. A lot of our guys just need quick money. A lot of our people need quick money. You see viable youth were supposed to do something with his hand. He go sit down for one corner, they look for land where one sell. And it's not a happy matter. It's a foundation that needs to be corrected. Go to Benin Technical College. 75% of the students we did there, they are not Benin. Now few Benin children I did Benin Technical College, and the school there are right our nose. So strangers take advantage of the good things in the land, while the people that hold the land shy away from doing the right thing. I'm on air right now, and this is the basic truth of the matter. We need to begin to pick interest in the things that affect us. That affect us. And it's a big problem.
Okay, go ahead. Please, your name. And where you're calling from first, please.
My name is Joy. I'm calling from my name is Joy. I'm calling from Manchester.
Okay, man, go ahead. Your question.
I just heard the apostle said the governor can't do it alone, but it means we all need to help him. If people want to help the governor, will the governor not address his people and let us know what the problem is, so that we know where we can spring in and help him? And governor wants to speak. How can you help him?
Hello?
That's all I just want to ask him.
Okay.
A man who is not speaking to his people, how can you help that kind of person?
Thank you, man. She just said a man who does not actually speak out, which is true. How can people help him?
And I've been advocating for this for a very long time. Obaseki should learn to organize a town hall meeting, talk to Edo people, invite all the media houses, let them know what is on ground, the area where you need their help and assistance. And a whole lot is going on right now that the governor really need to talk to us. And in the Western world, I see them communicating. Like Governor Wike, he talks to the people all the time. He talked to the people. And this is exactly the same thing we also need from Governor Gordon Obaseki. Obaseki should talk to us. Talk to us. Do program. Talk to us. Apart from allow down and the rest. Organize. Not everybody's on internet. Not everybody's on Zoom meeting. That's the reason we have other media that can really communicate to the Edo people. So the area of communication, the government need to step up his game to talk to Edo people. And Edo people need to hear from him. Not just mere propaganda and news will be flying. We really need to hear from the governor.
Yeah, somebody said most of the schools you're talking about are in the city, that most village schools do not even have teachers.
Okay, I was at Igwa Holo day before yesterday. Igwa Holo is a village school, a technical college. It's a village school, and they have close to 40-something teachers there in Igwa Holo. And I've not visited other villages to really know how many teachers that are there. So I will see what I can do to create time to also visit some schools in the villages to know how many numbers of teachers that are there. But within the town, there are teachers within the town. Therefore, the villages, most villages, I have not visited it. I don't really know how many teachers that are there.
Okay. Thank you, guys. I think if there's no other further questions now, I think we need to allow Apostle Alfred go and take a little break. We've taken close to 2 hours of his time to actually so that he can come and explain to us, what he had seen and what he had done that most of you were complaining about. So I felt, okay, the best instead of complaining behind him is going to be in front of you, throw the question to him so they can be able to ask, and answer your questions. He has done well by telling you what he's doing and why he's doing what he's doing. And he also make you to understand that most of the projects you see him, showcasing today are projects that were actually used during the campaign. He's just going to reframe you that, oh, this project was not abandoned though. they are still ongoing. Okay, that's what he's saying. That it's not abandoned; they are still ongoing, please, Shola, we don't need any kind of accusation that is not straightforward. Please, just be open up and say the things the way they are. If you have any
EPM member.
If you have any questions, if you have any question that you want to ask, you just throw it off so that he can talk to you based on what he knows. Okay, that's what we think to do. The only thing I'm going to advise Edo people is don't sit on the fence. Let us keep talking until Obaseki do the best and make Edo great again. Our fight, our belief. So I'm going to take just only this last question. Only this last call, please. Hello, please. Your name and where you're calling from, please.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, my name is Festus Amadasu. I'm calling from Spain.
Okay, go ahead, sir.
Good afternoon. Thank you for organizing such a meeting with Apostle Alfred. Apostle Alfred, good afternoon. There is something.
Good afternoon, my brother. Domo, sir.
Three key things that our able governor campaigned with. One, the Osimo power plant that is going to light up those states, and the industrial park, and the Benin River port. We are saying that those states is a civil servant state. Actually, it is. If those three things are not being put in place, there is no way those states can be industrialized. Those states, the position of those states, where it is in Nigeria, supposed to be the heartbeat economically, otherwise. But why is it that what the governor for so long now, he's 6 years in power now, 4 years, let me say 5 years in power now. But why is the governor not telling us what is delaying the lighting up Edo State? Edo State at 9 o'clock is like a ghost yard. At least we should look at that area properly. Thank you very much.
Thank you. So he's talking about the area of lightning of the state. We should look at that area. Now there's a question that Shola asked again. I want you to answer this question, sir.
No problem. You should ask the question. What's that?
Yeah. He said, Alfred, how much were you paid during and after the election? Were you paid during the election or after the election?
I know where it's coming from. During and after the election, I was not paid 1 kobo. 1 kobo. I did not receive a dime from the government to say, Alfred, take, we support you. During the election, nothing. After the election, nothing. Nothing. Everything I'm doing is from my heart and for the love for the Edo people. I was not paid during and after the election. Not paid. And Shola, if you are aware, if you know that they pay me, and everybody call you to tell you they pay you, please come on and say and tell the people that yes, so they pay Apostle Alfred. Please tell us. But for me, I was never paid to do anything.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Please, your name and where you're calling from, please.
Good afternoon, Mr. Steve. Thank
you
very much, sir. My name is Valentine. I'm calling from Malam.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Yes, I'm very happy what you did today for you to bring Apostle Alfred to your show. If you can be doing this one, sir, every once in a month or 1 to 2 months, we'll be very happy for you to know what is happening in this state. And I also want to use this opportunity to thank Apostle Alfred for everything you are doing. Apostle, may God bless you, sir, for everything you are doing. Thank you very much, sir, for the work you are showing. Thank you, sir. Mr. Steve, thank you very much, Mr. Steve. If you can continue this, sir, it's very, very good, sir. Please try to invite Apostle maybe once in a month or 2 months. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Okay. We will. I will talk to him. I will talk to him behind the scene. I will see how we can make that possible. Maybe anytime he has done maybe 5, 6, 7, or 8 videos, then we can call him back to come and explain to us, and then you can throw your questions at him. Because why I'm doing this now, I don't want we want those to be united. So those of us that are actually supporting the government in the way we are supporting him, those of us that are castigating him the way we are castigating him, we are all Edos. And the reason why we are supporting or castigating him is to make Edo great again, not to make Obaseki look bad. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Am I correct, sir? Not to make him look bad. For him to do the best for us as a people. They said, if there is light in Edo today, I will be happy. You will be happy.
Yeah.
If there is job today, I will be happy. You will be happy. So many of us can come back home and go and invest the little 2 naira that we have saved while we are here in Europe. So that's just the truth there. So our doing is not, we are not supporting Obaseki or against Obaseki because we hate him. We are supporting him because we actually love him, want him to do the best for us as a people. Okay, so that's the reason why. So whatever issue you see of Apostle Alfred saying is what he believes based on what he has seen on ground. So that's what we are questioning him now to not elaborate on anything that he's saying or that he has done. And if you feel what Apostle Alfred is saying is not true, guys, you have families back in Nigeria also. They can also go ahead and actually also talk to these people. And you can call me anytime, any day. I said, okay, I want to be on your live. I just got an information. And if you don't even want to be on my live, you can do a video and send to me with the area. Then I'm going to put the video on the live and I'm going to analyze it and bring Apostle Alfred to come and defend such video. Okay, guys. So what we are doing right now is to see that we have an Edo that is working. He's going around trying to tell us what Obaseki is doing, and if we are not comfortable with it or we are not satisfied with it, we can bring him back to come and explain to us the things that Obaseki is doing that is not what it ought to be. Okay, guys. So I think that's the bottom of the whole. Am I correct, Apostle?
100% correct. I am not a spokesman for Obaseki. I'm only standing in between. I'm standing for the Edo people and for the government, just playing my role. I'm just playing my role. I love the governor. When I said if I'm asked to vote for him for the third campaign for him for the third term, I said no. Why? Because there's no third term in Nigeria Constitution, so that one is ruled out. And I'm not here to defend Obaseki. I'm just a man who just believes he's saying it the way it is. Giatawino is here. The truth is this: Edo must be great, and every one of us must join hands together to make Edo great. And those of you accusing me, please do your investigation very, very well. Apostle Alfred have not changed. I am just doing what I'm asked to do. So I follow my mind, I follow as I'm led, and I do things, and I'm still there. All I want is better Edo. I am not being paid. Let me say it again. I am not being paid. I am not being hired by anybody to do what I'm doing. I'm only keeping to my promise that during the election, after the election, I will continue to showcase what the government is doing, and that is exactly what I am doing. And the area I also need to speak, and I go on there, I speak, and they end there. So it is not my decision to come on here because I about okay. No, it's answerable. That's no, it's not in my character. I want to say thank you. Let us unite to make Edo great again.
Thank you very much, guys, for your time today. This is Humanist Steven right here, with Alfred, Apostle Alfred Odion Uyinosa, aka Tokam SEP. And we are here on the platform of Naija Watch, YouTube channel. Also to say thank you, Naija Watch, for this very wonderful opportunity for us to actually come here and speak to the people. Not just that alone. I want to say that, Apostle, you're doing great. You're doing great. It's not actually easy to go around town and do those things you are doing, even if you are paid to do it. That's the truth of the matter there. I want to say thank you for doing that. I want to say continue doing that. Let's see what Obaseki is doing right. And if possible, let's see what Obaseki is doing wrong.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I will.
Yeah, let's try to balance it. Let's try to balance the entire, particularly the project aspect of it. If you can talk about the map power that is building, that's okay. That we don't see. So anything you tell us, we can believe that. But when it comes to the project, I want to see on both sides. I want to say to Governor Obaseki, there are many projects, particularly the roads in Benin City, that is substandard. I don't know why. I don't know if it's the NDDC that is doing it, if it's the Edo Padec that is doing it, or if it's the Ministry of Obaseki is the Ministry of Infrastructure that is doing it. The road to Amaba, there is a junction there immediately after the market. It has been abandoned, and that is already eating up the what's it called? It's eating up the asphalt that has been laid down. if you also go on that same road, on the Amamba side, on the Amamba exit of it, you know, there is also a place there also that will be abandoned by these contractors that are taking people's land as we speak right now. They've turned people's land to become, you know, where the water can be absorbed, you know, during the rainy season. Please, the governor, I want you to, you know, to look at that, call the contractor back again, let them fix that road. Because why I asked the question about the area Diawa and the Asoro, when a project is being given to you, the first thing you do is to check what is the actual cost of the you know, dilapidation of the very particular road. That will not help you to know how you can be able to manage the road. If you have to fill the road to a certain standard so that the entire road will be on the same level, or you have to create a drainage system that will be able to absorb such road. Not just doing a gutter or a drainage, and at the end you not take it to people's land. If you also go drive, sir, if you drive through the Ogumoyi Street that was constructed by Obaseki right now, the second axis of Ogumoyi Street was constructed by Obaseki right now, they also do the same thing there also. They actually took the water to a vast empty land on both sides. I don't think that is actually a good construction work. I don't think the company that did that, but I think that is a bad job. Because if we don't have, this year there was no massive rain. You know that, sir. There was no rain this year compared to the normal rain that normally happens in Nigeria. If there was this heavy rain in Edo State, I'm sure these roads I'm talking about today would have been overflooded by flood, and every houses that lives around that area will be, you know, under the water. So I think when they are giving contract to these contractors, they should tell them the problem of the place and how best they can be able to do it. Not doing roads or constructing roads, and at the end of the day, you're not driving people away from their homes. I don't think that actually makes sense.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
I give examples of this park because these are places that I normally fly every day while I was in Nigeria. So it is pathetic. The government should look into it and find a way of putting, you know, a lasting solution to those very particular areas. I want to say thank you very much, Apostle Alfred, for your time. I don't know if you have a word before you go for the people.
Yes, I want to really appreciate my brothers and sisters out there. I want to say thank you for finding that time to listen to what I have said. I want to say thank you. I appreciate you, my brother Stephen, and of course, my friend Niger Watch. I want to say thank you. Please, let us continue to join hands together to make Edo great. My own major concern is to see that everything work well in our state. Is to make everything work well in our state. And everything cannot work well if we don't love ourselves. And let us say we can take away hatred. Hatred is one of the things that is really destroying us in our state. Just the fact that you belong to one political party or you belong to one, and is really, really destroying our system. Let us say we can throw away those hatred and let's join together to make Edo great. From my own end, I will continue to stand and support Governor Godwin Obaseki, support good governance, and also stand with the Edo people. Because governor will go, Edo people still remain. So I am still with the Edo people, and also to continue to defend the right of Edo people worldwide. I want to say thank you, but please let us continue to pray for our government. Let us pray for those in authority to see how they can rule well. God bless you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Apostle. And I will allow you to go right now. Thank you, and God bless you. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We appreciate you for that, and we say a very good evening. And this is going to be where we're going to draw the curtain for today's show. Until we see again next time. Bye-bye, and God bless you.